How's it going, guys? Today's video, we're in the Eco Diesel, and I figured since it's stupidly hot out still, we'd use today to go for a little drive, pick up the new fiberglass hood for the Hellcat, the Hellcat swap Dodge Dakota, and originally I was going to go drop it off for paint, but I think the smarter thing is probably to bring it back and make sure that it all fits good. Sometimes with these aftermarket parts, the fitment's not always the greatest, which is the original reason why I wanted to stick with the OEM steel hood. But like I mentioned before, that OEM steel hood with the Hellcat hood, skin grafted onto it was just way too heavy. So I ended up picking up a fiberglass Hellcat hood. It wasn't my first pick, but I think the fact that it's going to be way lighter, like the original steel hood on the Dakota is like stupid heavy. I'll actually weigh it for you guys once I take it off. But I figured I'd use this opportunity. It says 95 out, but it's supposed to be 100 out today. So rather than sweating around in the garage, our hood's ready for pickup. Also, some other stuff's going to be ready for pickup in the next few days. But I have another Hellcat transmission coming, which, small story behind that, they actually lost my Hellcat transmission, if you can believe that. So it was supposed to arrive 2 weeks ago. A subscriber of the channel reached out to me and said he had a Hellcat transmission that he wasn't using for his swap, so we're gonna need one for the next Hellcat swap that we end up doing. So I ended up purchasing it off of him, and they lost it. The shipping company lost it, straight up lost it. And then they said, just file for a lost claim, and it was a whole headache. Anyways, I raised a ruckus, got a hold of the actual shipping company rather than using the company we booked through, and got a hold of them directly. They asked if I could send a picture of what the transmission looked like, since they had they have some sort of area where if something doesn't have labels on it or a tracking number, they put it in this kind of like little holding area. Sure enough, sent them a picture of the transmission. They identified it, tagged it, and now it's on its way. So, but yeah, the third party company was just like, oh yeah, just fill out this lost form for lost items so we can get the process rolling. And I asked them, I'm like, did you guys even call these people? Like, I've called you guys, the company that we booked through, 3 times. Have you guys even tried to do anything with this? Well, I think somebody else was working on it, but yeah. I'm like, can you call? Like, well, I can give you the number. I'm like, so you guys want me to do the legwork for you? Pissed me off, but long story short, I got it done. So, been a lot of different stuff, you guys, and I'm gonna do the epoxy over at my place. I wasn't gonna do it today, but I think I'm gonna wait one more day just for some stuff to dry up and do that. So I am doing just a whole bunch of stuff, you guys. Maybe not necessarily Dakota stuff, but there's a lot of stuff going on. So anyways, we're driving Eco Diesel. Love this thing, you guys. There's been a lot of talk about this, whether this would be a good truck for me. I personally am definitely fond of it. It's doing everything we need to do. It tows the trailer beautifully, gets good fuel mileage with the trailer, gets amazing fuel mileage without the trailer. Me just doing city driving, mixed city driving, well, mostly city driving, 23 miles per gallon is my average. I filled up this DEF fluid tank right before we ended up leaving for Carlisle, and I haven't filled it yet. So we went all the way across the country and back again, towing a trailer, and then I've been doing mixed city driving for the last few weeks, and I still have over half a tank of DEF fluid. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of bright out, but it's been doing awesome. So when we get back, I'll show you guys exactly how much DEF fluid it's used, but I think that's only about 2 jugs, I believe, because it was around the same place last time when I filled it up, and I think it used like 1.5 jugs, almost 2. So we'll fill it up when we get back, but here's where we're at. I'm going up through the mountains. I swear to you guys, I can't catch a break these days. So I just went over to here, which was an hour and 10-minute drive to here, and they don't have the order. So now I gotta drive all the way to OC, which is another 40 minutes away, and it's gonna put me perfectly in rush hour traffic. It's 3:20 right now, so we're gonna be I'm not excited about it, but it is what it is. Let's just get it done. All right, so after a bunch of nonsense, we finally got the hood. So here it is, you guys. I was just taking a quick look at it, so that's why the package is open, but she's in there. So fiberglass, a hell of a lot lighter than the steel one. So let's get back. I'm just gonna strap this thing down and we'll get out of here. Oh, that was quite the adventure, guys. So we're back here in the garage. I'm gonna go ahead, unload the hood. One thing is, it would be nice if I could just toss it on, just to see how it works. But see where it bolts here? Those holes need to be drilled out on the other hood. But anyways, let's get it in here first. We'll take a quick look at it. Though it's not perfect, there's some stuff that I want to clean up. Like there's a lot of like, you know, cut marks and stuff here that I will end up smoothing out, since this hood is going to spend a lot of its life up just as much as it is down. So I'm not sure on here. I'm kind of thinking like this. I might trim. I don't know if it'll reduce structural, but let me know what you guys think. I kind of want to take it back here so that this could actually function and, you know, push some air underneath the hood instead of just getting trapped in here, because right now it's just gonna get stuck. But I'm pretty happy with this thing so far, you guys. So here's the holes, like I was mentioning, do need to be dremeled out. So I mean, technically speaking, we could probably dremel these out and throw it on. So I mean, I wasn't really planning on putting this on. It's not a priority, that's for sure, but I'm kind of excited to try it out. So I don't know, let's mess with it, see what I come up with. Okay, so I did just try to fit on this grill here that Jason gave us, but I'm gonna have to do some trimming before I can actually put this thing on. Plus this thing weighs quite a bit, you guys. It's pretty heavy and awkward, so I'd like to have somebody here so they can help me lift it off, because I don't want to be putting this hood through the windshield trying to lift it off, because I'm not joking, this thing weighs quite a bit, all steel. But this part here, I did just drill out the holes. Like, you know, I probably can kind of oblong them the way you kind of see them there. I don't know if you guys can see. So I just drilled a hole straight in the center of it. But I didn't do this one because I'm not sure exactly where it is. It's a little bit vague on this. But I'm going to have to shave down this bottom lip here, it looks like. Because if you look over here, it kind of gets very close to there. So it gets pretty close to the grill. You can see the distance from the bolt hole to the end, and because this has so much material there, you can't fit the grill. The grill's like sitting way down when it needs to come up. So this lip all on the bottom here is holding the grill from coming up. So I'm gonna have to, like I said, shave that down. But I think priority for now, like, you know, we need to make sure the truck works first. So I'm gonna set this aside. I'm pretty excited about it for sure, like you guys, but I don't think we're gonna focus on that just yet, because like I said, we gotta make sure this thing works. So it's pretty late, I'm kind of tired, but what I do want to at least accomplish before we wrap up this video is I want to get the drive shaft on. So I'll put the drive shaft back on, that way I can test this thing, and then we can get into the next episode, since I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of daily videos with you guys and kind of show you guys what I'm up to. If you guys are following the other channel, the garage, I still have some footage to post over there, but I'm gonna try and do the epoxy first thing in the morning. So I still have to do that. So kind of juggling a few different things like I mentioned in the last video. But let's get this thing up and we'll throw the drive shaft on, and that way I can kind of call it a night. It's pretty late, as you can see, and hear the crickets going. So, but I still want to accomplish that much. Okay, truck is up, and like I mentioned, what I want to do is process of elimination. So the drive shaft, just so you guys know, and I don't want to keep repeating myself and sound like a dead horse, but in the last video, a lot of people didn't seem to understand what I have done. So the truck vibrates in the garage without the front wheels spinning, speed dependent. It has nothing to do with the transmission. This is on our second transmission with the vibration coming out of it. It shifts fine, does all that. It doesn't matter what gear you're in, like it's something to do with the driveline. The other thing too is we had the jack stands here. The axle was on the jack stand, so it's fully loaded. So everything is running at the correct you know, height and everything like that. So everything's loaded while we're testing it. We're still getting a vibration. So that's what we're trying to accomplish. And just another factor, if you guys are wondering, I had the lug nuts on as well to make sure that our rotors were secured and those weren't wobbling around or anything. Still a vibration. So I'm gonna put this on. Like I said, it's a little bit late here, so I don't want to run this thing tonight, but I'm at least gonna get this on so that in the morning I'll be able to test it, and then we'll find out. So if it's still vibrating in the morning after this, then that means we're on to the axle hunt. So it saved you guys a headache, but you didn't miss much. So drive shaft is installed, as you can see here, and we now have the slip at the rear. So this was I guess some advice that a few people gave is to put the slip at the rear. That way there's less play and stuff, and less stuff hanging off the transmission end over at the front. So that's pretty much gonna wrap up today. So I'll probably end up doing a separate video. Like I said, I wanna give you guys daily updates. So if I don't finish this video off here, then I can't give you guys a daily update. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'll start another video. We're gonna test the drive shaft, and if the drive shaft isn't the solution, if it's still vibrating, again, the test will be done with the front wheels stationary in the garage. I can duplicate it. We put it down, put it on the jack stands so the weight of the vehicle is on the axle so that our drive line is in position. We also have checked the pinion angle and our drive shaft angle, all that stuff. So all that stuff checks out, but still the vibration. So we're gonna check in the morning, and if it's still vibrating with the vehicle sitting here, then we're on to the axle. So that's gonna be the next episode for you guys, next update, and I'll keep plugging away. For now, the hood is over here. Like I said, pretty happy with that hood. It's, we're gonna have to do some stuff to kind of tweak it up and get it finalized, but it's a pretty good starting point for us. So if you guys enjoyed this video and this kind of behind the scenes, day-to-day content, comment down below. Do you guys prefer daily updates like this, or would you rather go a few days without a video and then I'll update you guys with kind of an end result? So daily updates, or would you rather wait a few days and get one big update? So let me know down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next video.